welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight on Thursday Night Primetime, rivals collide in the desert. What a way to kick off Week 4. It's the Seahawks and Cardinals in the NFC West, and it comes your way next. On the visitor's sideline, Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. His guys coming off a win to push their record to 2-1 here in the first month of the season. Across from him, his counterpart, the Cardinals' Jonathan Gannon. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. First play and a first pass coming for Darnold. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for a sack. Dalvin Tomlinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now? Let's go to that play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down trial of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Gets past one man. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted number 1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffling. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Still very early in the season, obviously, CD, but already key injuries that they've had to deal with.
And what's really difficult for a team is to try and maintain their focus when they feel like they've been a little bit snake-bitten. It feels like every time they turn around, another injury crops up. How do they manage to hang together, get guys to play a little bit above their heads, and make sure that they're still afloat when their starters make it back? Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
They gained nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. Well, the Cardinals offense headed back out onto the field, and this, the first of 8 games this year in the new NFL rivalry series. We'll see the AFC East and the NFC West this year with 2 new divisions to be highlighted in each of the next 3 seasons. As for the Cardinals, they're wearing their built-to-last jerseys, pretty sharp with the sandy, rocky texture that reflects the geography here in the Grand Canyon State.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And a strong run that time as it's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
At the 43-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9.
At the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Norris. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Murray going to throw. They'll get this one complete to Zane Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
At the 28-yard line.
The career's more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line.
Now Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 on the Seahawks 8-yard line.
Again, they'll throw in Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up the touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Now Darnold. Into and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. After the turnover, here's Murray. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. To throw is Murray. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Up the middle they go. It's Norris. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Here's Murray. That is caught. And he's going to have the Cardinals 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
at the 23-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A very solid gain of 27.
That's another Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
To throw, it's Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Norris. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The escapability in evidence. That's that one. Good for 15 and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, it's Murray. Pass complete there to Harrison. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
17 more yards. That's good for the Cardinals.
On first down, it's Norris. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, Murray. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Prater's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held down. They had to force the field goal.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? So the completion results here in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
Darnold from the gun. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards.
Here's Darnold.
2nd and 6.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And Darnold going to slide to the ground here, but not before he does pick up the first down. A good pickup there, a 22.
Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And his offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good. And that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold down to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Murray now. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And following the turnover, they'll look to take the lead here as they start with a 1st and goal. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Norris. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Throwing now is Murray. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd down.
Murray going to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Incomplete. Tariq Woolen on the coverage.
Now Murray off play action. Out to the right here to Wilson. They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here's Murray. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He completes it to Boyd. Through the middle of the field, Tyler Boyd. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A nice little juke. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground with Norris. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try the left side. It's Norris. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw is Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Back to throw, Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Norris. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play fake. Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. Now it's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards and the first down. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And it's about miscommunication. It's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Norris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Murray. He'll try to pick it up himself. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Cardinals first down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Now it's up. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Murray on the sneak. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. Off of play action, Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Faking the give, Darnold. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on first and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Coverage by Max Milton.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 14. First down, Seahawks.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. Able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Murray now going to do it himself. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Norris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Murray going to fire one out wide. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Here's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Now a 2nd and 2. Running left is Walker.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's Darnold.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Straight ahead, Walker.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.